Hi, my name is Akshay. Greetings from Education Overseas and welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to discuss about a very sensitive topic. Okay, this topic is all related to a country called Georgia. Yes, you heard me right, a country called Georgia, which is being currently misled by many of the YouTubers, as I can see on this particular platform. So definitely there are some facts and figures which they said, which actually I am here to clarify all of those. So let's go step by step in all those factors. So let's start with the basics. Okay, now Georgia as a country, when I'm talking, okay, so let's go back to the history of Georgia. This Georgia, firstly let me clarify, this is not the Georgia, a state in USA. This is a Georgia country that I want to talk about. Georgia as a country was initially the part of USSR. Okay, so in the year 1991 it gained its independence, and that's how the country was formed, in the year 1991. Now talking about where is this country actually located, it is located in the Caucasus region of Eurasia. Now you might be wondering, what is this? Now it is an intersection where the European countries meet the Asian country. So the land between that, this country is located that, okay, it's located there, and not the Georgia which many people say it is the one in USA. I have seen many such videos where they try to criticize Georgia country in many defaming sentences, but they use the map of Georgia which is in USA. So a humble request to all them that please do their research a bit in a better way, so that they can at least get the better map from Google. Okay, now coming back to more details, let's talk about the actual flag or the actual map of the country. So currently on the screen you can see this is the actual map, this is the actual flag of the country Georgia, and this is the one which many people use, thinking that this is Georgia and this is what I have to talk negativity about. So this is the difference between both the maps. So I hope the things are clear to all my viewers that which Georgia are we currently talking about, and not the other Georgia which is in USA. So for your reference, we are also highlighting the map and the flag of the actual Georgia country that we are going to discuss further in the video. Okay, secondly, a very important point that people like to highlight, and definitely it's a good point, that population of Georgia, they actually portray it in such a way that Georgia is a very tiny country, the capital is very small, and there are actually no people, or you won't be able to find any patient to do your practice on. Okay, now coming down to the actual facts and figures, the total population of Georgia as a country is 37 lakhs. Okay, so if in terms of numbers, that's not a small number again. Now we as Education Overseas, we represent the universities which are in Tbilisi city itself, that's the capital of Georgia. Now considering the overall population of the capital city, it's around 11 lakhs. This information can be definitely verified from your end. I'm also putting the description for the same. The link will be in the description, so you can definitely verify from your end as well. So I really don't think so that it's with the country, with the city of 11 lakhs people, there won't be any hospitals, there won't be any private clinics, there won't be any rotation shifts for the students who are studying medicine out there. So that is absolutely false claim which many of the people are currently making on this social media platform.
Here in Open Heart Clinic is designed to evaluate and treat cardiac patients. This is cardiac surgery, very famous and important clinic for Georgia. We have lots of patients, but clinic itself is multi-profile. We have other departments also in this hospital.
It's great honor for me to give you some report about our medical center, which serves to aid our patients in different fields of medicine, including general surgery, neurosurgery, urology, angiosurgery, gynecology, to serve newborns, and we have the different departments of ICU, intensive care unit as well, for adults and for newborns also.
So why this claims come into the picture always? So definitely people who are claiming this, okay, there are no patients, there are no hospitals. So let me be very clear and very honest about this, that I personally have my students studying in Georgia for quite some time, and none of the students have said this or have complained with this key, sir, there is no patients to practice on, or the hospitals are very vacant, we couldn't find anybody. So this is not the case, trust me guys. And definitely to them who are definitely claiming this, I doubt they have sent any students to Georgia, and they might have got this particular feedback. So if anybody wants to clarify this, you can definitely give me a call personally. My contact details is in the description. We can definitely clear all your doubts on ground level. You can also have a word with students of my students who are currently studying at Georgia. Okay, now coming down to the university options. Okay, now if we talk about Georgia, firstly, anybody who is going to a foreign country, this is a thumb rule that you should definitely check that is your university listed in the MCI list, because only then is what your degree will be considered valid, right? So apart from this, if we talk about Georgia as a whole country, around 20 to 23 universities are listed in the Medical Council of India list. If you want the link, I can also put the link in the description below. Now coming down to the fees part. Now see, no university fees, okay, if I talk about a specific country, the fees are not unified amongst all the universities. Definitely the management of the university, they decide the fees. So some may have a bit low fees, some may have a bit high fees. Now let's talk about an average fees of a Georgian university. An average fees of studying in Georgia can be anywhere from $4,500 to $6,000. This is an average fees. Kam se kam and zara. So this is an average fees. Talking about, so yes, now this fees can be directly paid to the university. You do not have to pay this fees to anybody. You do not have to pay this fees to any other agent. When your offer letter, you get it. When your offer letter, you receive it from the university, make sure it is authentic, and always the university offer letter has the university bank account mentioned on it. So you from India, your parents from India can definitely transfer whatever the fees directly to the university bank account. So there need not be any mediator in between. Secondly, talking about a very false claim that I have been hearing for quite a few months, okay, that living cost in Georgia is very high. What do people say? The living cost in Georgia is around $400 per month. The living cost in Georgia is around $500 per month. Yes, definitely if you live in a villa, that could be the case, but we as a student, we are going to stay in a very nice hostel facility, which will definitely, I will make sure that all my students get food, that is not just any food but Indian food. So coming down to the actual costing, so let me break this down for you. Most of the hostels in Georgia, decent hostels I'm talking about, that education overseas students are currently staying in, okay, you can currently see on the screen as of now. So such hostels, now when they do the accommodation part, there is a proper accommodation letter which is issued by the hostel authorities on the student's name, mentioning their passport number. You might be knowing that there's an agreement between the student and the hostel authorities, that they make sure that the student is staying there for such a brief period of time. So if we talk about 1 year expense of a hostel facility, it can vary from, let's say, 1400 to 1600, but let's count on very average basic price. Let's say an average price for staying for 12 months in a hostel in Georgia can be around $1,500. So this is about the hostel part. Now when we talk about the food part or the mess part, it would not cost you, if I talk about a generic food, you are not eating fancy, you are eating basic Indian food that you might also have at your homes, right, when you are in India. So such type of food, okay, Indian mess is available. So it would cost you a maximum of $150, but on a very basic price, what currently my students at Georgia, what they are paying is only around $100 per month. So if I do a rough calculation for you guys, it won't be more than $220. per month, $220 per month. That will include your accommodation, that will include your mess fees as well. So considering this, the tuition fees which is directly payable to the university, okay, that you can definitely, if your university permits you, you can pay it semester wise as well. And coming down to the hostel fees, as I told you, this fees is directly payable to the hostel authority, so you can pay it on maybe 6 months basis, quarterly basis, or monthly basis, depending on your preferences. Yes, now as you have mentioned the fees, let me also mention that as I told earlier in the video, most of our universities are located in the capital city, that is in Tbilisi. So whichever university definitely you would be choosing, so the hostel facility is very near or walkable distance to the university. You need not take any cabs, you need not take any metros. It would be very much walkable distance. Some might be around 5 minutes walk, some can be around 10 minutes walk, maximum it could be a 15 minutes walk from your accommodation hostel to the university. Now as I've discussed many points, let me also clear this one major point which is a concern for many of the parents. How is the safety? Okay, how is my boy child or my girl child safety in Georgia? So let me clear you this. Okay, Georgia is one of the safest country considered in the world, and definitely if you want to okay, not talk to me, but somebody who is actually staying in Georgia, who has spent some time there, I can also help you with that. Okay, on ground level you can reach out to me. I can make your conversation happen with most of our students who are currently staying there, who have spent some time, so they might be the best people to update you how is the safety in Georgia is. Okay, now coming down to the most important part. There are many false claims that I have been coming across about the accreditations and approval, claiming that the degree won't be this, the degree won't be that. So now let's talk about some facts and figures, and please stay away from such false claims. So the first accreditation that we are going to talk about, for like the Indian students, would be very important that the university should be listed in the MCI list. So what is MCI? MCI definitely is a government body that issues a license to work in India as a professional doctor. So the MCI list also consists of the universities which are listed by WHO. So if there would be some problem, the university you won't be able to found in the MCI list as well. So definitely all the universities of Georgia, okay, which are approved by MCI, you can definitely find them in the MCI list. Currently on the screen, as you can see, all the universities are mentioned there. So to all the future students, please refrain from such false claims. Now talking about the other accreditations, okay, the first would be WHO and the second would be ECFMG. Now talking about the first accreditation, that is WHO. So definitely all the universities that are listed or are in the WHO list, you can find the link in the description below. Currently you can see it on the screen as well. So those universities are approved by MCI as well. Talking about the second accreditation, that is ECFMGE, Education Commission for Foreign Medical Graduate. Now what is this particular accreditation? Now it is an international accreditation which is received to some of the universities, which will definitely help you in coming years after your bachelor's degree to pursue your MD program or your specialization program in other countries as well. So even this particular accreditation link you can currently find in the description below. So definitely most of the universities in Georgia are approved by ECFMG as well. So again I am saying this, okay, refrain yourself from such false claim which tell you that there are no accreditations or you won't be able to achieve this if you go to Georgia. So all the links you can check by yourself. All the links have been mentioned in the description. Just click on those links and the reality will be in front of you. Another very famous accreditation which is very popular among European university, that is called EQE, education quality enhancement that is given to most of the European universities, and definitely two of the universities that Education Overseas represents are also have got this accreditation. One is Caucasus International University, in short called CIU. Another one is Kutaisi University. So EQE is also one of the national accreditations, or you can say the European Union accreditation, which most of the university has received. So all these links again I'm putting in the description below. You can check it by yourself. Do not fall or believe for any falsified news. Now talking about the final part, that is the admission process. So any of you students looking forward to come to Georgia or through Education Overseas, the admission process would be very simple. Just your academic documents would be required, which you can contact me and we can definitely do the documentation process for you. So you will be receiving an offer letter, proper offer letter from the university, directly from the university. So you can cross verify it as well. And apart from that, the further process would be taken care accordingly. Okay, and now coming, as we are already discussing the admission process, let's also discuss the processing fees. Okay, so what will be the processing fees charged for all your documentation process and the further processes? So this year, okay, let me tell you, considering the pandemic situation, Education Overseas won't be charging you a single penny for any of the processing fees. Yes, you heard me right. There won't be any charges for any of your processing fees, including your flight tickets. Okay, now the big question is, why is Education Overseas not charging any fees? It's not like that in past we have not charged fees. Since past 10 years we are been charging processing fees for all our students for all the processes. But this year, considering the pandemic situation, any students who is looking forward to come join us at Georgia, so all your processing fees will be waived off through Education Overseas. Now, why no processing fees? This might be the biggest question in everybody's mind who are currently watching me. So it's not like that Education Overseas do not charge processing fees. From past 10 years we have been charging processing fees for all our students, but only this year, considering the pandemic situation and the crunch that parents have faced, we have decided that only for this year there won't be any sort of processing fees. The only fees that will be payable from your end would be the visa charges, and even that visa charges would be paid directly from you in the embassy where the visa work would be done. My team would definitely guide you with all the simple steps of the visa. Apart from this, as I said, you won't be paying any processing fees, you won't be paying any penny to Education Overseas. Definitely you might also receive some calls from other people saying that okay, they are not charging processing fees now, but after reaching there they may charge you something. So let me assure you, there will be a proper documentation for the same. The only fees that you'll be paying this year will be your tuition fees, your hostel fees and your mess fees. That's it. So that's all I had today. Okay, that's a lot of information I believe I've given you. Okay, a humble request to everybody watching me right now, do not fall for false claim. Whatever I said is not baseless. You can check all the links, you can in the description below, you can go to the link. Okay, definitely update me with your feedbacks in the link below. And yes, till then, stay safe from the falsified news, and stay safe from the pandemic. Stay home, stay safe. I'll see you soon in our next video. Thank you.